2, 1, 0.
Hey there, I'm Bob and this is Let's Get Retro. Okay, so a couple of things. Firstly, with all the arcade goodness that's been going on, I haven't had a chance to kick into the Gauntlet 2 reviews, so that'll be hopefully in the next couple of days. So the next video is basically just the last bit of work I've been doing on that old Taito arcade cab, just to try and get it working even as a MAME cab. So I had to make a few compromises on the way, and it's not finished. But what I wanted to do was use what I had available to me to actually get it to the stage where I could, you know, use it and play it, and didn't look too bad. And then I'm obviously going to be updating. So yeah, I'm going to kick in. And apologies for some really shaky phone footage here, but it'll just give you an idea of what's going on with it anyway. So thanks for watching if you've been following these, and yeah, the Gauntlet 2 fun is coming soon.
Okay, so as you might have noticed, I've removed the control panel. I had to kind of change the way I was going to do things a bit. What you're looking at right now is the original control panel. Now, as you can see, it's the wood kind of rotted. The control panel overlay, the acrylic, it's just completely warped. And I was hoping to keep it, but the more I look at it, like I've really got to get down the reproduction route, because it's just, you know, beyond salvaging. Now, what I was thinking of doing, again, the buttons aren't great, so my plan originally was to take these nice buttons from this X-Arcade style controller. You see, it's a kind of standard button, and replace the ones here with these. And I was hoping to keep the joysticks, which I still will do. Hopefully, I'm going to take the micro switches off there and use the micro switches from this one. So hopefully now that we can keep the joysticks. But as you can see there, this doesn't fit. So there was at the point where I realised that these didn't fit, I was going to have to recut all the holes, and I basically decided to start fresh. So this piece of wood here, I'm going to drill it probably tomorrow. It'll allow me to give it basically just to redo the button layout. I'm not sure whether to go 6 button or not. I might do anyway. And then the idea being that I get basically, you know, drill it out, fit the controls, fit the iPack, use that, and then go off on eBay, get a reproduction overlay as soon as I can, even just a printed one, and then an acrylic, you know, cut to size to go over that. So it just means I'll be, again, it's the same idea as the screen, that, you know, basically that I can add to it and change as I'm going along. So that's it. I mean, like I said, I would love to keep the original one, but it was around about the point when I realised that I couldn't, that it was going to be a nightmare to try and drill it out and widen those holes, and I basically decided that unfortunately it's just too it's just too damaged to keep. So that's the next phase. It's going to be basically cutting the wood to, I'm going to cut that wood to size. It's a bit late here at night, my kids are asleep, so I'm not going to do it now. Cut the wood to size, drill out the holes, fit the controls, and kind of literally should just be a case of transposing them straight from the that kind of X-Arcade thing straight into the new control panel. So hopefully it'll be a fairly quick job, and I'll be able, the next video hopefully will show you me being able to play the damn thing. Okay, so thanks for watching, guys, and I'm going to keep you updated. So, not quite as much progress as made as I'd like. I basically took all the buttons off that X-Arcade style controller, and I have the iPack and all I basically labelled all the micro switches and ready to go. Now I started drilling out the replacement bit of wood I had. As you can see, I had a problem. Trying to put it was a 6 button layout, and then trying to put the start button in the place I did basically meant there was more hole than wood, because it's a very cramped control panel, and it snapped in half. So I'm gonna have to redo that again. I suppose at least this gives me a template, which means it's a bit easier to do. So I'm gonna have to basically have another bit of wood, so I'm gonna re-drill it out now and fit it, and hopefully it goes a bit better. But yeah, so there you go. If you're dealing with a very small, because it is kind of a mini cab really, like I said, in the end I wasn't sure whether to go 6 button or not, but I decided to go 6 button. So yeah, basically, you've got to really just be careful where you're putting your holes. Okay, so I'm going to try again. Okay, 12th time the charm. Right, I've been trying to record this all morning. Every time I do, someone knocks at the door, something happens to the PC, I managed to stand the plug and knock the power out, my phone ran out of space. Anyways, listen, this is just the control panel I was able to get rigged up. I've done it as 2 6 buttons because if my mates over, they're going to want to play the likes of Street Fighter, so all I need to do is put the monitor horizontally, which is doable, and I'm going to create a little bezel for that, or a little temporary bezel, and we can play away. Obviously, I need to respray this, so all the buttons, the iPack, are going to come back out of it, and I'm going to spray it a couple of times, just, you know, get it at least roughly the same colour as the rest of the cab. I need to fix this button up. It's turned at slightly an angle because just the only way I could get the switches to fit underneath, because those two buttons are very close together. The other thing is, because it's a 6 button, it's so tight to get it in, but I had to pull out one of the support struts there, but it's still rock solid, so it's grand. So just to show you, I have a very temporary bezel set up here. It's literally just card behind smoked plexiglass. It's not a proper bezel. I mean, if I get some money, I'm going to get hold of one of the HAP ones, but they do kind of proper bezels that are kind of moulded and that. But I mean, there's no, you know, at the moment it's an LCD monitor, so you know, I think the main things are, you know, I need to get some edging, to replace some edging first of all, which won't cost very much, and then I want to get a bit of acrylic for this, maybe some sort of vinyl, some sort of, you know, decals or something, so it looks a bit fancier, and then monitor next and bezel. So they're, you know, obviously going down the road. But yeah, anyway, this is just running a front end called M Galaxy. Sorry, it's a bit loud, so apologies.
Launching game.
Let's turn that off. For anyone that's just been deafened by that, I'm really sorry. I have the speakers on loud because there's nobody here at the moment. So just to show you really quickly, controls working. Had a bit of a scare earlier on when I knocked one of the speakers off internally and it went through all the wires. But see if I'm playing this one-handed, so oh, I'm not dead somehow. Anyway, right, I'm gonna quit before I die. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna keep it updated, and as I'm adding stuff, I'm gonna put more vids up. Gauntlet 2 will follow shortly, I promise. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bang.